Yo guys, what's going on? It's Lewis here with Crypto Elite, here with another daily crypto update. Just going over the markets. In these updates, what I like to do is simply go over just key levels and try to give it to you as straight as possible. I don't want to try to have you FOMOing in, and I don't want to try you have you whatever the opposite of FOMOing in is. But I just want to simply plot out key levels, key supports, key resistances, and just use basic technical analysis along with some fundamental analysis to really give a picture of what I'm personally doing. And you can see what I'm doing, hopefully get a better picture of it, and then start to understand like what I'm thinking. And so I'm going to go over the market. I'm going to take maybe like 30 minutes, just go over just go down my market scan, how I like to nearly every single day, and basically plot out the levels, or look at the levels that I previously plotted out and where the price is and basically what I'm doing. Just a couple things before we get started. The first is that I use something called 3 commas to plan my trades and then trade my plan. So basically I do my market updates and then I input everything into 3 commas and then I simply just wait. And basically that's how I do my trading. So if you are logging to exchanges and constantly, going in and having to click buy, click sell, click buy, click sell, and you're up all night because of it, 3 commas makes it a lot easier. So this is not sponsored at all, but I will have an affiliate link in the description below for 3 commas. You could also find that in my Discord group as well under the resources channel. And then the other thing that I want to mention is that I recently signed up for something called Edge Sheet, which is amazing. This is actually my new favorite tool when it comes to tracking your wins, losses, win rate percentage, win-loss rates just overall, and how many longs you take, how many shorts you take, everything like that. It's really, really, really good. Highly, highly recommend it for every single person who is a trader, because you no longer have to manually enter your trades into an Excel sheet. This really just does everything for you. It's a little bit different than 3 commas, as 3 commas is where you go in and you trade your plan and you input your trades. This Edge sheet is where you look to see basically the results of your trades. So you could sort of back test and say, oh, this looked good, this was good, this was good. I did 50 trades, 49 of them, or like 40 of them were winners, 10 of them were losers. I did like 30 longs, I did 20 shorts, and you could see, are your longs winning? Are your shorts winning? What strategies are winning if you have different accounts? It's just really, really, really good. So yeah, I have a Excel spreadsheet and some other things in my course, but I'm just going to start recommending this because really you want to automate as much as possible. And I know, at least for me, I've been like, when I first started, and even all just the entire time I've ever been a trader, inputting everything manually into an Excel sheet has just been not my forte. I've not been doing it. So really, Edge sheet is the way to go, because then you could look at it and you could see, like I mentioned, your longs, your shorts, your total amount of trades, your profits, your losses, all this stuff. You even have notes section. It's pretty much the perfect trading journal. So, and it's all automated, which is what I love. So want to mention 3 commas and want to mention Edge sheets. Now that we have that under wraps, we could get into the actual market. And like I said, nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is all just my personal opinion for educational purposes only. So what I like to do is I like to start out with the total market cap, like usual, and basically see where we are, where we were, all this stuff. So this is the total market cap. This is everything that is within the cryptocurrency, all of the cryptocurrencies put together. And you could see that we went up like crazy, up to almost $1 trillion back in 2018. And then we had the big bear market. And then since pretty much, you could say April, January, February, March, right after the Corona crisis in March 2020, aka April 2020, is when we started the bull market and things, started entering the market. I think this is a lot to do with the stimulus bills being passed. So just upward, upward, upward. And then finally, once we got to November, December, January, February, we really had that big push upward. And then of course last month we had just a couple weeks ago this huge drop followed by a huge bounce, and now on this month it's only day one, but it's important to look at the monthly, especially on the monthly charts. Especially today's the first, so the month just started. So now we could take some key levels on the monthly, and taking some key levels on the monthly, basically you could see this is the top right here, and the last monthly bottom that was really like down here and here and here. So we have a long ways to go downward. If we were to continue downward, I don't think we will. I really don't think we will anymore. Looking at the weekly though, we can see a better picture, a more clearer picture. And here's the thing, I don't think we're gonna go so far down, but it is possible that we come back down to this level, which would be a pretty, very bearish, very bearish month. But it's just really hard to say. And anyone who says any otherwise, like, I don't know where they're getting their information from. There is a couple things, like, for instance, fundamentally, we're having this huge stimulus bill that's going to be passed. That's super good, because obviously more money gets in the hands of people, more people buy cryptocurrencies and other assets as opposed to just holding it in cash, and the assets go up. But the thing is, we fell down to the 61.8, and now, whoops, let me bring this right around here. Yeah, we fell down to 61.8, came back up to 38.6. This is like the area where it normally reverses from and comes back down. So I'm not too keen on longing from here, because we still have, we have a little bit more ways to go. Maybe the daily, maybe it hit on the daily. Like on the daily, it basically hit on the daily and then started coming back down today. So we'll see what happens. I'm actually in a couple shorts, and I'll, express that to you. I'll show you what those are now. But this is the total market cap, and you can see this is a pretty big resistance area. This entire area is resistance. Like it hit here and fell, it hit here and fell, and now it's hitting here again. Is it going to fall again? Well, there's a higher probability of it falling because it's a resistance than it is of smashing through. So you don't necessarily want to jump into things when we're at the resistance. I hope that makes sense. So I'm looking for shorts. I'm not looking for longs. I'm not looking to go heavy into shorts because of the uncertainty, but I am more comfortable going into shorts than longs. So that's the total, and then we have the total 2, which is the market cap of all the altcoins, and this one's a little bit tricky too, because I thought we were going to come back here, retest this, but we came back, pop back up. Is this the same thing for the total? Yeah, same thing for the total. Came back down instead of coming all the way back down. We're right in between, continuing to be right in between these very key moving averages. So there's nothing you could do at it. There's do you see how? Let me just point this out. Do you see how insanely easy and obvious this is right here? This entire run up right here, right? Even coming back down. Okay, here, bam, come back down, tap it again. Like this came back down, tapped the previous support, came back up, boom, came back down, tapped the previous support. It even almost tapped it again for a third time before zooming back up. And then this was the cluster area. It came back down, tapped, or it came actually well below it, so that would have been a little bit scary, but it came back down and then came back up. And where was the previous resistance / support? Right here, all this area. It came back down, tapped it. Where was it again? Right here. So it came up, came back down, tapped it, and then came back up. So it continually hit the support resistance zones very symmetrically, very obvious. And now it's hitting the obvious resistance zone. So I don't really want to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Although for my long, this is for my trading. This is for my trading portfolio. So there is something that I need to really emphasize here is that I have two portfolios. One is a long-term portfolio that I average into really good projects. The other one is my trading portfolio that I base all of this stuff that I'm doing, all my technical analysis off of, and a little bit of fundamental analysis off of this as well, off of my trading portfolio as well. So for my long-term portfolio, I see coins 50% down, I'm buying. So I bought some for my long-term portfolio. For my trading portfolio, I don't buy. I look for setups. So basically, going into Bitcoin dominance, this is the thing. If Bitcoin dominance goes up, then alts and everything else go down. If Bitcoin dominance goes down, then alts and everything move up. Right now, Bitcoin dominance, you could see it fell underneath the support. So what does that mean? That means that I'm actually more inclined to go into alts. So even though the total market cap is a little bit iffy, the Bitcoin dominance, which also altcoin dominance, you'll see if I go to the altcoin dominance, it's going to be going up. Altcoin dominance came up above the previous resistance today. Today was the first day. See, I was thinking that altcoin dominance was going to hit the resistance and then fall back down. We were going to have a bearish, and then boom, come back up. Now, if this is a false breakout, is yet to be seen. We have to wait 5 hours to figure that out. Unless tomorrow it drops back down. But as of right now, altcoin dominance is starting to move up. So I'll just put this in the text right here. So are we going to see it come back up? It's possible. I mean, yeah, it's definitely possible that we have a nice little rally for altcoins now. So basically what this is saying is that, or what this market update, what I'm saying is that the total market cap is at the resistance. So I don't really want to go into coins. The dominance levels are possibly falling or moving up depending on if you're Bitcoin or altcoins, but we'll just stick with altcoins because that's where everyone makes their money, right? So the altcoins is just broke out of resistance, so it might be moving up. So there's a conflict between total market cap and altcoin dominance. So that's just a lot of uncertainty. So maybe if we look at the actual charts, we could get a more clearer picture and then basically use whatever confluences, whatever things come together to create a better picture and a better game plan. So firstly, looking at the MACD on the altcoin dominance, it is moving up. So altcoin dominance does look good in that regard. And these are, the RSIs basically aren't really saying anything. On the weekly, it doesn't really look that good though. I would expect it to at least hit, I don't know. I would expect it to at least hit the 38.2, but maybe won't. Let's just go straight into Bitcoin. I believe this was the Bitcoin chart. So pretty much Bitcoin's at the resistance right now with the moving average. You can see it hit it, it came back up and then fell back down and it came back up. Now it hit it again. Looking at the daily chart, it's looking like it's moving up. So we have the big resistance. You can see this was the big resistance right here. Resistance, some resistance. Very similar to the total market cap, how it's hitting the resistance again. Like, I really want it to just either fall back down or hit the resistance and then fall back down. Once we clear, like, we have to really like clear this, you know, because this is a lot of resistance. 200-day moving averages, close exponential moving averages. There's like a lot of resistances here. So like, and this is still 15% away. So I don't necessarily want to get in right here. It's in the middle. It's in the middle. Still. Yeah, a couple days ago we did have the nice, I think I pointed this out. In fact, I'm certain that I pointed this out. We had the bullish divergence, so that was a good time to get in. And now it's like I'm not gonna get in. I'm not gonna get in. I'm not gonna get out. Moving on to Ethereum. I just entered an Ethereum short position. Let's see where it is. Here it is. So this is the Ethereum short that I entered. We'll see how this works out. Basically, I was looking at the resistance right here for the close on the daily, along with the fact that on the 4 hour it has the 200 moving average, which is resistance. Again, like you can see, it was support, now it's resistance. There's lots of support over here. So this is a pretty good moving average to look at. So I am in a short position for Ethereum right now, and we're gonna see how that works out. Will it come all the way down to my ideal buy zone of, basically 1800 again? I'm contemplating lifting this up to here, to be honest, just to like grab it, just to make sure I get in. So I might end up doing that. I'm gonna leave it here for now at around 1800, but I'm probably gonna end up lifting it up just because we're in this range, bottom top, and yeah, we hit the mid range and then came back up. But why can't we just come back down again? I've seen it a million times. Like even the MACD is getting lower and lower. Yeah, like the MACD is getting lower. The Stotch RSI is pretty high. I'm not convinced. Oh, this is the 4 hour. Of course, that's the 4 hour. On the daily, it's looking much more bullish because we did just have a crossover on the MACD. The RSIs are moving up. So could go either way. Really could go either way. I might lose out. I might lose this trade. And to be honest, I'll probably bring this up here. But yeah, I'm in my short position. For XRP, we have this. Technically XRP could try doing something like this. It's like, see, XRP to me, let me just XRP is sort of at resistance as well, but it also came up above this diagonal support. So a couple ways you could think about it. It's either long or short, It's not like an obvious, oh, I'm going to long here, oh, I'm going to short here. Like, look at XRP versus Bitcoin. Like, do you guys not see this right here? Do you know what this is? That's what that is. That's called Head and Shoulders. So I would very highly doubt that it just pumps up from here. So that's XRP. Let's look at DOT. DOT, I think I just entered a short position into DOT as well. 27.4, and the high for this was 26.5. So I'm actually not in my short position for DOT yet, but I'm about to enter it. And I have my stop 10% above here because, yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that this is all just like a big bull trap, and then everyone's gonna get really bullish, and then everyone's gonna jump in, and then the whales that loaded up down here, because the whales, they sold it up here, and then they probably had their buy orders. They probably had their buy orders down here. Maybe they had some buy orders down here, but they're the ones that sold it up here. So they're filled. Like they're filled from here and they're filled from here. So that's they're up like 70%, 60, 70%. So they're probably going to want to take profits. It's just, yeah, I'm going by the fact that this was all this support, all of this was support, and now it's resistance. And I'm not going to be married to a bull market or a bear market. I'm just going to play the charts level by level by level. That's what I'm trying to do here. I do have a lot of DOT in my long-term portfolio. It's being staked right now on maybe Kraken, but as for my trade, yeah, I'm gonna enter a short position after like a huge run up. But I will say this, none of my shorts, I'm not going to enter huge positions on my shorts at this point, just because I'm not certain enough, if that makes sense. Even dot versus Bitcoin. Look at this. Dot versus Bitcoin pairing. Fibonacci bottom to top. 61.8, grabbed it. 38.2. This is a really good opportunity to short right here. This actually makes me want to enter my short position on DOT right now, because the Bitcoin pairing is already down, and it's only down 1%. So let me go check real quick. I actually just decided to enter into my short position. This was the trade that I, put on when DOT was at 21.8. So all right, so it came back up, and now I'm in my short, so we'll see what happens. A lot of people are bullish like hell right now, but I'm just playing the levels in my trading account. So going back to the actual, going back to the actual charts. Could look at Link. Link, very similar to Bitcoin right now, in between the moving averages, underneath the moving averages. So, but it's not just like it's underneath the moving averages. It's like, look at this right here. It's this was the first major resistance right here. And then this was also a major resistance. So actually, wait a minute. It didn't even make it all the way back up to here. Like, it should have made it back up here, to be honest. Because it fell down 61.8%, right? And then it always comes back up here. But this actually only came back up here to the 50 and then fell all the way to 78.6. I'm bullish on Link long term, especially in August. Man, DeFi, even right now, just DeFi, I want to slowly get in, right? In my long term investment account. But as far as my trading account goes, nothing I can really do with Link. And it's like, let me just say this. Your trading account, like for me, my trading account, the purpose of my trading account, the goal is to outperform, aka have alpha, against holding Bitcoin. Some people even just want the alpha against the S&P 500 because that's the standard that people go against. So let's say 11% per year. So if my trading account gets more than 11% per year, it's already beating out the S&P 500 and the standard index fund. That's already phenomenal. I'm going to take that back. It's not phenomenal because it's phenomenal in traditional finance, but it's not phenomenal in crypto. Let's be real here. If you beat out Bitcoin, that's phenomenal. So I just want my trading account to outperform 100% allocation into Bitcoin, or even if you want to take it to the next level, 50% Bitcoin, 50% Ethereum. I want my or even all in Ethereum. I want my trading portfolio to outperform that. So that means that I get in, I get out, and I trade in and out of things to outperform the market to make it worthwhile. And so if I get in at the wrong time in my trading portfolio, then I might end up losing money. And obviously I don't want that. But if I get in it doesn't matter what time I get in on my long-term portfolio necessarily. It doesn't really matter. Like it matters, but like I'm comfortable averaging in my long-term portfolio. Sorry for going on these rants. I'm just like, talking like crazy. This is Link against Bitcoin. Like if you held Bitcoin since literally August of last year, June, July, so just like almost a year ago, 10 months. So for the past 10 months, you would have been better off holding Bitcoin than Link. Can you believe that? That's pretty crazy, right? 10 months of holding Bitcoin would have been outperformed, would have outperformed Link. Nuts. So, but obviously, if it comes down here, you want to buy it and hold it, because the chances of Link outperforming Bitcoin from right here, aka producing more alpha, is much, much, much higher than, say, buying it right here, because it's in the middle. So who knows? What if it comes back down here? Then you might as well just put your money into Bitcoin. Or if it comes back up here, that's a solid 40% against Bitcoin. That's really, really good. But like the risk to reward is this. The risk to reward is, and if let's be conservative here, not go all the way to the bottom, but go to the top. The risk to reward is like 1. It's basically like 1 from this level. I would like to have at least a 2. Unless I'm doing a scalp that like I'm pretty confident in, then I'll have a 1-to-1. I don't really care about that. Or like a shorter term trade, I'll have a 1-to-1. But like if I'm gonna be putting a lot of money into something, I don't want to have a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So anyway, looking at this, it hit the 50%. It came back. Let's say it came all the way down, retraced back up to the 38.2, and then had some consolidation, popped up to 50%, and then real quick, and then bam, slammed all the way back down. And this is a weird. And then it got rejected off the 38.2 once, got rejected off the 38.2 again. So unless it busts through the 38.2, like this is a pretty key level. It's a pretty key level right here. It's the resistance. So it needs to bust through here. Otherwise, it's, why would you buy it here? Why would you buy it here? Because on the lower time frame, even being conservative, this is what the conservative looks like. Excuse me. Wait, I have minor support, light green. So I have light green and I have orange for the, what is this rotated rectangle? I don't want a rotated rectangle. I want a regular rectangle. So my graphs for minor resistance is orange, minor support is light green, major support is dark green, major resistance is dark red. It makes it a lot easier to understand the charts, in my opinion. So I just put those there. Let's look at BNB. I just opened up a short position for BNB as well. Why? Because this was the resistance. This was a clear resistance. The top of the moving average. The previous resistance was right here, right here, right here, right here. Lots of resistance. So I'll open up a short with this amazing risk to reward ratio. If I lose, I'll lose out on 4%, maybe 6% max, because I use stop loss timeouts with 3 commas. But like, I seem to have called literally the exact top for this. But then again, I called the exact top for Cardano a couple days ago, and it's all the way back up to the top. So I'm not 100% accurate, but I do try to, once again, for my trading account, I do try to just play the levels, and that's what this video is about. So got BNB. If it flips, let's say it flips here, I'll put this here. I'll say if it flips, the R, aka resistance, will become the support, the S, and you could switch for a long. But until it does that, I'm playing level to level. Versus BNB versus Bitcoin. See, you know how Link holding Bitcoin was much better than holding Link for the past, like, what did I say, year, 10 months? Well, for the past 10 months, holding BNB was a lot better than holding Link. So, I mean, was a lot better than holding Bitcoin, because look at how much better Binance Coin has done compared to Bitcoin, right? So Binance Coin, I'm more, so this makes me more bullish overall on BNB, is because it's done so well. So you want to ride your winners, continually run your winners. And if you look, boom, 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 resistance. So it's back above the big resistance. So BNB, honestly, this makes me a little worried about my BNB short position. But I put the amount in that I'm willing, falls in line with my risk tolerance. So I'm not really that, I don't know. You can't be worried about it because I have my plan. If I lose, then I'll lose. But if I win, then I'll win. Like, that's how I do it. Uniswap, I have a short for Uniswap. I might have actually put this on a couple days ago. Yeah, no, this was my short for Uniswap. So let me check. So I actually don't have this in my order books right now. So it's too late for this now. Just looking at it on the big picture, Fibonacci, bottom to top, it hit this. So it hit the 78.6. You could also see it hit a lot of support at 61.8, but it hit the 78.6 pretty much. Came back up, 38.2, came back down. Same exact thing as Bitcoin and some of the other ones. EWT. Yeah, it's been 30 minutes now, so I'm gonna call this one off. We could be in a bull market. I mean, we're definitely in a bull market, but I don't know whether to long or whether to short. I'm in a couple shorts because I'm more comfortable being in short right now, even though I'm not totally comfortable being in them. So I'm trying to just be objective with it. And that's going to do it for today. Let me just check, yeah, that's going to do it for today. Like, if things come down, it's all the same. Crypto, literally every single cryptocurrency, basically every single cryptocurrency looks the same. There's not much differentiation. They all follow the same pattern. Because it's all bots. Like, there's no, cryptocurrencies don't really go off of one another. Ooh, this is a good, sort of want to short this. But I'm already exposed enough. So we had a couple ones, I guess Kava and KSM are two ones that popped off. This sort of makes me want to get out of my short position for DOT, because DOT and Kava are the same. But yeah, I'm in my positions. Let me see what positions I'm in right now. I'll share those. First one we have is DOT, like I just mentioned. This I'm changing this. I don't think it's gonna come. I'm not totally sure if it's gonna come all the way back down, so I'll take my profits up here probably around like 20 or something. So I'm gonna change that. And then we have Cardano. Cardano, I put a short position in right here. You could see it popped up right there and then came all the way back down, but it never hit my target. And now it's actually above where I shorted, so I might end up getting stopped out on this one unless it falls back down. And I have a BNB short for BNB, like what I mentioned earlier. I just opened this one up. This one's in a little bit of profit. As you can see, it's just opened up right now. I have a short that I opened up for Ethereum not too long ago, and this is in a little bit of profit as well. You see, I opened it up right here, and it's just in profit. But who knows, man? Who knows what's going to happen? If you're going to the Miami Bitcoin 2021 conference, hit me up in my Discord, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Twitter. Love to meet up. It's going to be pretty awesome. So I definitely want to see Ron Paul, Michael Saylor, Jack Dorsey, Nick Szabo. Yeah, all these people I'm pretty excited to see. I'm going to be there. Should be pretty cool. So if you're there, like I said, hit me up. Otherwise, I'm calling this off and talk to y'all tomorrow. Or maybe not tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Peace out.